Deep inside a wide green forest lived a soft brown bear named Benny. Benny was fluffy, cuddly, and friendly, but more than anything, Benny loved honey. He loved honey in the morning, afternoon, and night on bread, berries, and straight from the hive. One bright morning, Benny reached for his honey pot, but it was empty. Not even one tiny drop remained. "Oh no, my honey is gone," he whispered. His tummy rumbled. "I must find more honey," Benny said seriously. Benny packed his backpack, waved goodbye to his cave, and started his great honey adventure. The forest was full of life. Butterflies fluttered, squirrels jumped, and birds sang. Benny waved to everyone. "Good morning," he said cheerfully. "Good morning, Benny." Benny sniffed the air, but he smelled only flowers, trees, and mushrooms. No honey. Soon, Benny met Squeaky the squirrel, who was busy collecting acorns. "Squeaky, have you seen any honey?" Benny called. Squeaky hopped down. "Honey? I saw some bees flying toward the sunny meadow," she said. Benny's eyes sparkled. "Thank you." And off he went to the sunny meadow. The sunny meadow was bright and colorful, covered in flowers like a rainbow blanket. Benny saw bees buzzing. "Oh, wonderful! Honey must be nearby," he thought. But when Benny looked closely, he saw something surprising. The bees looked tired. "Hello, bees," Benny said gently. "Is everything okay?" The queen bee flew forward. "Our flowers are drying. Without flowers, we cannot make honey." Benny felt worried. "No honey?" he whispered, but then he smiled. "I will help," Benny promised, determined to aid his buzzing friends. Benny carried buckets of water from the river and watered the flowers carefully. "Drink up, little flowers," he said kindly. The bees buzzed happily around him. Soon the flowers stood tall again, bright and colorful. "Thank you, Benny!" The bees cheered. The queen bee gave Benny a small honeycomb. "For your kindness," she said gratefully. Benny tasted it. "Oh, the sweetest honey ever," he smiled, savoring the treat. But it was only a little. Benny knew he needed more for his honey cravings. Benny continued to help the bees, watering the flowers every day. The bees made more and more honey, filling their hives with the golden treat. Benny learned that helping others could bring the sweetest rewards. One day, the queen bee called Benny. "We have a special gift for you," she said. The bees presented Benny with a large jar filled with the most delicious honey. Benny's eyes widened. "Oh, thank you!" he exclaimed, hugging the jar tightly. He shared the honey with all his friends in the forest, making everyone happy. Benny realized that sharing honey was even better than eating it all himself. From that day on, Benny continued to help the bees and share their honey with everyone. The forest was filled with sweetness, kindness, and the happy buzz of bees. Benny the bear, who loved honey, became known as Benny the bear, who loved to share. He learned that true happiness comes from helping others and spreading joy around. And every morning, afternoon, and night, Benny enjoyed his honey, knowing it was made with love. One sunny afternoon, Benny was walking through the forest when he heard a cry. He followed the sound and found a little bird with a broken wing. Benny gently picked up the bird and took it back to his cave. He made a cozy nest for the bird and fed it berries and honey. The bird quickly recovered, and soon it was flying around Benny's cave. Benny was happy to have helped the bird, and he knew that he had made a new friend. As the sun set, Benny sat outside his cave, watching the stars twinkle in the sky. He felt grateful for all the good things in his life, his friends, the honey, and the beautiful forest. He knew that as long as he continued to help others, his life would always be sweet. One day, a group of travelers got lost in the forest. They were tired and hungry. Benny found them and offered them food and shelter in his cave. The travelers were grateful for Benny's kindness, and they rested in his cave. The next morning, Benny showed them the way out of the forest. The travelers thanked Benny and continued on their journey. Benny felt happy to have helped them, and he knew that he had made a difference in their lives. As the years passed, Benny continued to help others and spread joy throughout the forest. He became a beloved figure, and everyone admired his kindness and generosity. Benny the bear, who loved honey, became a legend in the forest. His story was told and retold, inspiring others to be kind and helpful. And so the forest remained a place of sweetness, kindness, and the happy buzz of bees.